Hello, viewers. You're welcome back to Chat with Evelyn, your household platform that is bringing to you inspiring stories from Africa and bringing people whose lives are touching other people's life, motivating them to dare to dream. Today, I have a very special young lady with me who is doing a lot of things. She's inspiring a lot of young ones, particularly women and girls. I'm so proud to have with me Temidayo Ogunleke, also known as the Beddings Madam, the CEO and founder of Cornerstone Beddings, an e-commerce platform that is providing toxic-free and breathable beddings products to customers. Join me as I welcome the Beddings Madam.
Thank you so very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you with us.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
It has been a dream to, have this conversation with you, get to host you, and get to meet the woman that you are. Your story is indeed very inspiring. But wait, the Beddings Madam, how did you come about that name?
Okay, so thank you so much for having me. So how did I come about the Beddings Madam? Okay, so when I started Beddings online on Facebook particularly, I realized that people found it difficult to find me. So most people will say, "Where's that bedsheet girl? Where's that bedsheet girl?" Some might not even remember that my name is Temidayo. So I said, you know what? Let me make it simple for all of us. I'll just use the Beddings Madam. So I now changed my name to Temidayo, the Beddings Madam. And since then, it was easy for people to just type Beddings. Temidayo, the Beddings Madam pops up. So that was how I came about the name.
It's quite interesting to know that today you are one of Nigeria's household brand and name for bedding product. It's inspiring to also note that you started online. That is great because a lot of people have that misgiving. Yes, we've heard of people making it out there, but coming so close to us to see someone that started like that and is doing things and making headway and even turning that business into a brand like yours. How did it start for you?
Okay, so Cornerstone Beddings. Personally, I started that business with 0 naira actually. So I say the story anywhere that I go that I'm being asked the same question. And I didn't start business because I want to I started because I was hungry. I didn't have a life. I didn't want to also depend on other people to feed me, clothe me. I just wanted something out of life. However, I had learned how to make beddings.
Good.
So I felt okay. I was submitting CVs, but either they were not calling back or something. And somehow I got to a time that when I started the bed, so I actually started by talking to people. I can make bedsheet for you. I can make bedsheet for you. And so people will now say, okay, go and bring. So how do I bring when I don't even have any money to start? So I met family, friends, and of course I went to the market, talked to people, helped me, give me fabric, and that was how I just started like that.
Wow.
So I just bring 2, I'll take 3. So that you can see extra and see if you want more or this and that. So I started basically like that. That was how I started before I now, at that time I didn't even have a phone. So I used people's phones to post online. I used people's bed at home in their house to just, make sure that my stuff was online. So that was how I started, just like that. As a matter of fact, the first sewing machine that I used to start Cornerstone Beddings was a borrowed machine. I borrowed it from somebody, a friend. I met her in church. We became friends. So going to her house, I saw that she had a sewing machine that she wasn't using. So I said, "Can you please borrow it?" She said, "Yeah, I could carry it." So I started using it. So when my mom now saw that this lady won't leave this business, she now said, "Okay, let me buy you one sewing machine." So that was how I started.
What a story. What a story. I mean, I hear this story and I am forced to recount the words of the late poet J.P. Clark, who at a very private gathering said, "We do not have young people do not have any excuse not to succeed, not to make headway in life." Sometimes many would always say they don't have money, they don't have sponsors, they don't have anyone to. But sometimes there's always something in your hands, something you can make with your hands. If gisting is your own talent, you can use that. Start from there. Something, just don't be idle. I mean, look at, just, it's so amazing to note that you started with 0 naira and today you are this successful, pushing forward. It's really inspiring. So how has been the business world?
Wow, honestly, you know, the difference between learning skill and doing business. I only learned the production. I didn't learn the business part of the of the thing. But I think maybe my mom knows that I'm an entrepreneur, maybe by the spirit or something. Maybe I'm just passionate about it. So it has not been easy because of course this is business. It won't come easy, but you just have to keep at it. You have to ensure that it is being done. You know. So it's not been easy, but we have to keep improving. And one of the ways to improve is that you learn more, even while you're at it. What I learned before I started my business, not even what I'm doing now. Maybe when I learned, maybe I just learned bed sheets, pillows, duvets. But right now, we do more than that.
Wow.
We do more than that, yes. So because customers will keep coming to ask you for something, then if you need to actually meet the demand, you need to learn on how to improve your skills, not just the production skills, even the business skills yourself. You have to learn how to do business.
You have to learn how to do business. Speaking of business, how has your life changed since your company kicked off?
Okay. Personally, academically, my life has changed. I've acquired some, let me say, about 2 mini MBAs in courtesy of selling bedsheets. So, you know, right now I'm also in a business school. At the moment, I'm wrapping up this month, and I would to shock you that I'm also kind of looking into tech. And I'm running a course right now. It's in tech, so that I can use it to promote what can tech enable our company. So wherever it is that you can buy from us just by clicking your phone. So we want to make it so easy, but I need to learn the nitty-gritty. So when I'm calling tech people,
are we there yet? Speaking of tech, are we there yet in terms of in business, and how can the aspiring entrepreneur begin to take advantage of the technology available vis-a-vis the limited resources also available?
Okay, so for me, I'm just going to say this, that make use of whatever it is that you have at hand to start whatever it is that you want to start with. Sometimes some people are limited by resources, some people are limited by cash, it might be maybe laptop, maybe phones, and like I said, I started by using other people's phones, So if it has to do with just your social media, starting with social media, just ensure that you are there, because this will be the one that will give you your story before you get to where you are going to. For Cornerstone Beddings, we were running it as a traditional business before.
Okay.
So right now we want to tech enable it and want to do it like an e-commerce platform where everybody can get whatever. It's not just even just bedding materials. There's some other products we are, by God's grace, next month June will be 6 years. By that next month we are
already 6 already.
We are introducing 2 products into the market. So it's not just, and one of the products is not even a bedding, like a material thing, So these are things that when you are on it, you improve. So now if somebody in Pakistan or Australia wants to get our product, you just click your phone. I mean, there are several logistics companies can just ship it down to you. So, but if we didn't start, we won't get to where we are today to think of tech enabling our business.
You are young and vibrant and upward mobile. And you also have a very interesting story. How did you get to where you are? 6 is still like a baby, a child, you know. How did you get to where you are right now so fast? What were some of the nuggets, you know, words, philosophies, principles on marble, you know, that shot you up this fast?
Okay, so personally, I think I'm a passionate person.
Okay.
So, and I'm passionate about my business. There's something about me that when I set my mind to do something, I'm going to do it. Regardless of whatever circumstances that surrounds it, I'm going to ensure that it is. It might take time, but I'm going to stick to it. And also, focus is good. There are several times that people came to say, I can, maybe you should drop weddings, maybe you should start this, start that. At the time, I was even dabbling myself, but I came back to the drawing board. It's good to be, when you are focused, you see that you are moving at a particular pace. First in one thing, you achieve it faster than having several things, and you cannot even lay hands on one. You understand? So, and aside me being passionate, aside me being focused, I also learned to improve on what is on ground, because you know the world is fast paced itself. So if you need to like meet up, catch up, you need to improve, not just on the business, improve in yourself. And then I realized that if you like, I watched the skit that Dangote was speaking. He said when you have a vision and a mission statement that you've written on ground, you are almost getting there, you increase. My plan wasn't, right now, if you want us to make 200 duvets for you, in a space of 7 days, we'll do it. Before, we can only do one in 4 days. So when I realized that, oh, if somebody can want 10 duvets and that person can want 40 duvets, that means that somebody can ask for 200 duvets. Then I started thinking outside the box. For you, invest in a machine. Do you understand? So if you have a particular template of what you are running with, you realize, okay, I'm almost there. How can I increase it? Then you increase your vision. You widen it a little bit. Then you push again. If you're almost there, you increase it again and you push again. For you, if you realize that you'll be achieving more even within a small period of time.
Are there memorable experiences, you know, along the way, you know, that help make you the woman you are? And then are there also challenging times and that shook you, you know, but you learned from and you remain strong?
Okay, so let me start from the challenging times.
Why do people like this? When you tell them you want to start from challenging times first.
Oh my goodness, there was a time in 2018 that I was homeless.
You don't say.
Yes, I was homeless. So one thing led to the other. You just filmed my things, you know, and all of that. So I had to pack up my things. And for like 2 months, I was just sleeping anywhere I see in Lagos. Slept on the floor, slept on the carton, you know. I was just like that. So during this period, I was already running adverts on social media. So people were calling to buy products. Meanwhile, I'm home. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything to put my machine. So on that spot, I had to think. I can't tell my customer, I'm sorry, I can't answer you. As a matter of fact, sometimes I'll be crying because I'm looking for where to sleep. And customer will just call and be like, you know, first thing I do is like, clear my voice. Then, hey, good evening, how are you? What's wrong with your voice? I'm like, no, I have cold. No, everything is fine. So how many devices do you need? I need 5. I said this in my degree. Yeah, I can send your orders.
I can relate.
I have to hide my pain and do the business. There's several things they do. Even during this period, I actually wanted to commit suicide.
Devil is a liar.
I remember that day. It was on Oregon Road. I wanted to. I was just tired. I was done. But I told myself, no. I've come this far. I'm not going back. During this time, several people told me to go back to your parents, go back to you. But I said, no. No, I'm not going back. So this is just one of the several challenging times. There were times that I got in the machine that we use for our duvet right now. I brought it in for 5 months. No, 6 months, the machine wouldn't work. I brought in several technical people, even people that in their company, they have machines that are bigger than that. Once they see, they say, Madam, I'm sorry, we cannot touch. I'm like, what's going on? Got to the time I started crying. I called somebody, I'm not doing it again. Who sent me a message? I was crying on the floor. I was just done. I told people I want to sell out the machine. I'm not doing it again. Let's shut down the business. There was another time again. I actually called myself and said, today we have shut down. Everybody go. So they were already going. Before they got to the gate, A customer just called me. Now this is the joy of the business. Now, I'm going to say that as the memorable part.
Yeah.
And for every time that I wanted to quit, a customer has always make me bounce back. There's always been customers. So that customer called me and said, "Tell me, help me, I'm installing my curtains today." I was like, I ran to the gate. Come back. Please come back. You have to. I totally forgot because I was overwhelmed with my own problems.
Wow.
So customers would just be like, "Are you?" I remember what the second time too. I already packed the person's duvet and put it by the side. I was crying on the floor. I was just tired. I was done. Someone just called me. "I hope you have sent my duvet." I'm like, where did I put the duvet? You know. So I think I've been able to mix both memorable and challenging periods. So these are things that will help you to to keep on keeping on.
What an inspiring story. It's not just sometimes when we hear the story of great men and great women, we forget that what makes them great is actually the ability to surmount all kinds of challenges and weather all storms that came their way, because not everybody can manage crisis. I mean, anyone who is able to do that, as far as I am concerned, is a hero. So you're my hero. You have joined the list of my hero. It's quite an interesting thing to see. But I'm seeing you, a woman. I'm so proud of you. You know, I am always proud of women who are out there, and they are out there with that never die spirit. That no, they would go on till they make it. What inspired that in you? Beyond the customers, coming, calling, and I sense that it goes deeper than that. For you to be able to wake up, because there are so many people who are committing suicide today. They have a life, they have thriving businesses, but to be able to say no and then you take your business, instead of going back, you take it to the next level, the next step. Each time you move up. What is that thing beyond passion that drives you?
Okay, so I honestly can't take God away from my story. When I started my business then in about 2017, there was one thing that I always reminded myself, that the Bible says, whatever it is I lay my hands upon prospers. So if I lay my hands upon anything, it will prosper. If it's dead, it's going to come back alive. Hallelujah. Why? Because I'm a life-giving spirit. Hallelujah. So when he's looking down, he's looking as though everything is dead. Sometimes we forget who we are. We forget our identity. We forget the kind of person that we are. So when we remember, you'd be like, oh no, this is not happening. Then I pray. I fast. So after I must have said, I'm not doing it again. And then you now look at it and it will be like, oh, so there are times that even you just realize that all your machines are not working at the same time. And you'll be like, okay, so are we going to close down? No. You know what, let's just solve this customer's problem right now. They will come back to, they will bring in, people that will solve the, I've brought in like 5 technicians to fix a machine, and all of them didn't see the problem. So I said, okay, I'm going to fix it. And I prayed and fasted. So I can't remove God from my own story. I can't. So for every time that I've gotten to the extreme, and it has looked as though I'm already at the end, you call back upon the name of the Lord, and the Lord is always there, to bring us back. Let me just put it that way.
Hallelujah. I can relate. I can relate to a lot of the strength within to fight against self, fight against storms, and then keep standing. It's something that that defines us, I think, as Nigerians. And then as a child of God too, you just find that the Spirit of God is just working with you, and not allowing you to quit. Even when you are about to, and before you just say that final no, you just shh.
And just give you an idea.
And gives you an idea, and then you move up, and people would say, and so the person who may have called and cried so that look at the next minute, Sizu, you are begging, go and sit down there. So the next time you're like coming and you're down again, you're like, please, I beg, don't come, you'll be fine. That's quite interesting. A lot of women want to be like you, young girls, young women, even older women. I mean, I was at an event with you where you were a facilitator, in fact, the keynote speaker, and you talked to hundreds of women in uniform, different forces, whether army, police, federal, road safety, all of that, immigration, customs, you were there, you were talking to, and all the women could not sit. They were just standing. Some were doing selfie, they were doing the live Facebook posts and all of that. And you charged them up, especially concerning tech, embracing technology. For you, you're always speaking to women. As many that would want to, grow to become CEOs tomorrow and be able to fly like you're doing, what are some of your word of advice to them?
Okay, so let me start by saying this. Right now, I started a Telegram group where I bring in young ladies, singles, whoever wants to join. So, because I see that some people are struggling. And you sometimes see some people hope, you just think maybe those people bounce, just flee up there. No. They've also had that same challenge, so they can always share their story with you. So first of all, I'm going to say that you cannot leave God out of your life. Because it's only God that can send help where you cannot see help. He himself can become the help. So that being said, to every lady, to every woman watching me right now, the truth is that you can be whatever you want to be. The first place that you become is inside your mind. In 2018, I was on the bed and where I was staying before, and I lied down. I closed my eyes and I was imagining what will be. Few years after, I had where we are right now in Ikeja, our factory in Ikeja. So one day I just remember that I've imagined this thing before, that I'm going to have a store, in fact a factory in Ikeja. There's so many things that I imagined that time that I see that in few months or few years' time is going to be happening. That's called power of imagination. Also, I wrote a book. We are about to. It's already on pre-order, anyways. That book is say it if you want to have it. You have to be positive with life, regardless of whatever is going on. I'm saying this because these are the things that helped me. Despite the fact that I'm low, I'm crying, I will still smile at you. As a matter of fact, if you are my very close friend, that you will know that I'm crying or I'm sad or anything. But if you are not my very close, I'll still smile at you. I can be crying and take care of others. So you have to stay positive because life will throw you all manner of things, but you have to stand firm. And this, nobody's going to help you. You have to help yourself to stand firm. Also, challenges will come in life. In fact, the Bible even told us that there's going to be tribulations in life. But we should be of good cheer and overcome the world. So be at alert that several challenges will come. But the flash news is that you are overcome already. If you see yourself as an overcomer. If you see yourself as an overcomer. So I'm also going to say this to ladies, please. There's no how you want to get up there, get idea, be a flying person that you won't have to improve on yourself. I mean, if you are transitioning to tech, for instance, so you just go for one course, maybe you want to be a UI UX designer, and you go for one course and you feel that's the end. No, that's not the end. You have to keep learning. You intern. As some people don't want to volunteer, some people don't want to intern. Who don't use me? I mean, nobody is using you. You're learning. Okay? You can volunteer at a place, you can learn at a company. I've worked for free for some people before. Right now, I'm even volunteering for 2 startups. I was functioning recently, and then I think that come and market it for them. I'm like, yeah. It's a company that wanted to fold up. I said, you know what? I'm not going to allow this company to fold up. I'm going to manage the business. You don't have to pay me. Now, if I do that, this is me. Building myself. If tomorrow I tell you that I am a GM of a particular company, after I ran the company for maybe 6 years and the company decides to pay me, when I was doing for free, you were not there. That's volunteering. So let's push ourselves beyond. I know it's not easy for us women, but we can do it. God has blessed us with multitasking. Which is women that can get pregnant, carry a baby, carry this, carry that. So you should put that multitasking thing out there and use it for your own personal life. You can be schooling at the same time running business. You can do it only if we want to do it. Please put your mind and ensure that you are, how do I put it? You are focused on it. That, like, I think I should just stop there.
Between the men and the women, who helped you more? I know you are dodging. You want to dodge this question, so that's why I'm asking it as well. We are getting to round it up.
Both parties have really helped me, but I must be very honest with you. Women have helped me more. I think it's because we can relate with ourselves.
Yeah, I think so too.
You do your period, I do my period. You struggled with something, so you said you don't want me to struggle, so you help me easily. I'm just being very honest here. I think I've received help from women more than men, so maybe you can do better by helping me.
We talked about volunteering and being involved in humanitarian work. What are some that you've done in time past and in the recent past? And are there any project you're working on?
Okay, so
humanitarian. I'm not talking about your come and advertise your business here. It's humanitarian now.
Alright, so Cornerstone Beddings, we've been able to support NOC's initiative. They are into supporting and catering for domestic violence people. So I've also experienced domestic violence before. I told you that I was homeless at the time. Domestic violence led to it. So I understood what it is to sleep on the floor, to be homeless. So I said, you know what, we can support you with some of our bedding material. So we gave to them. Also, Bamboo Learning Space is a learning space somewhere in a village, Arikoki village in Oyo town. We've donated to them a sewing machine before. We've also brought in some of their learners to our factory for excursion. So on 27th of May, this coming 27th, we intend to give them next week. Intend to give them some school supplies. They're in the village. That NGO is giving them an alternative to formal education because they don't have lights, they don't have anything there. So I ensure that they can feel amongst. So we are trying to give them some school drives like uniforms, school bags, and all of that. So that's what we are doing. That is the next one that we intend to do.
What's the next thing for you in terms of your company? What are you've talked about going tech, making it tech savvy and all of that. Beyond all the innovation and all of that, do we see you, birthing another branch outside Lagos or something in Ghana or maybe in the US, in the UK?
And you know one thing about tech is that you can sit down here in Lagos and reach the whole world. That's one thing about tech. So you definitely be seeing us around the world, not just only in Nigeria. Especially we already ship to other countries like Ghana. That one we do that almost like every week. So, but then we need to move to other countries. So, one of the ways to do is to tech enable. So, we're going to be using other e-commerce platforms for now to be able to solidify ours. So, you will just be seeing us in other states in Nigeria. We're seeing us around the globe, and that we are working to ensure it happens before the close of 2023, and we will do it. But because whatever we lay our hands upon, we definitely prosper.
Now, this is second to the final question. For you as a person, Nigeria, come May 29, we're going to be giving birth to a new administration. What are you looking out for in terms of policy and all regarding that would help, not just your business, but the economy and, what advice do you have for the next administration?
As a SME or MSME or anybody doing business, I think that we all should look forward to a policy that will favor all of us. Now, maybe the ongoing government have done some things on ground, or maybe they've written some policies that are yet to be implemented. So maybe they should even start by implementing those ones. You understand? So if those ones are implemented, maybe some things would be better, and then we need dollars to come down, so so that anything can favor us. There's this program that I attended that PBEC was doing. This is the federal government stuff, and I realized that it's for SMEs like us, so that people will stop cheating us and all of that. So it's something that the government has done, but we need it to be well like strongly in place, so that people that even if you are selling by the roadside, you understand that this is something I can do for myself by myself. So for every policy that has been on ground, let's even first of all implement them first. And please, let's talk about the Naira dollar exchange, because some of us is killing us. The
forex and all of that.
Yes, even this African trade thing, I'm looking forward to it. There was a time it was flying before the COVID, because we export to Accra, and so they were talking about a card. Then drivers were already getting their own. I was already planning to get my own before the COVID came and everything started. So we are looking forward to all of these things, especially exporting out of Nigeria, because for Cornerstone Beddings we intend to have a bigger factory. So and we intend to serve African countries and other nations of the world. So if we are going to do that, we need policies that can help us, not just me, every other SMEs, every other company that are looking forward to export. Some people are actually into importing, which is okay, but some of us, we are actually into exporting. I mean, I'm one of the few people that I believe that Nigeria can be great only if we can do more in our exportation. For me, if you ask me, I will tell them we should reduce importation. Some things that we import that we don't need, we can make them here and standardize them, so that when we standardize them, when we export them, they will also be acceptable worldwide.
With standardization, there's always a challenge, because most times when government steps in to want to standardize a particular thing, one of the apart from the fact that for those that are trying to standardize their market or their sector, it affects a lot of them. Then apart from affecting, government just come in and say you people should do this without any support, without giving the know-how, the training, new skill, the training that people in that sector, and giving palliatives and support, cushioning the effect, and at the end of the day work with that sector. I mean, we have ministries. We have Ministry of human resources. We have Ministry of this, Ministry of Women, Ministry of Commerce. We have all kinds of ministries, even communication ministries. We have all of that. But how do these ministries, even Ministry of Agriculture, how do they work with the people to ensure that they are carried along, and the revenue they require from them, they are able to make ends meet and break even to be able to do that? So what do you think of that?
I think the way let me say, anybody in government, the way you were able to go to people in the grassroots to tell them to vote for me, you should also be able to go there and tell them this is what we are doing. I mean, I'm not saying you should go door to door, but we can always do a grassroots. Grassroots, maybe
development
lecture, maybe just reaching out to people so that they can understand that this is what is going on. I mean, the only reason why I could talk to you about PBEC right now was because I was told that they were doing a show or something, a stage play to inform people of what they were doing. I never knew anything about PBEC before. But when I went to that stage play and I saw it and I realized that, so I can do all these things on my phone. I don't need somebody to do it for me. But most people do not know it. So aside the stage play, we need awareness, and that is where this grassroots thing has to come. So if people need to be aware of what their rights, what they should do, how they should implement things would so very easy.
We are out of time. I know if you leave my sister here, she can talk for Africa, and me, I am number one talker. So it's a great combination. But it has been a very inspiring moment with you. Thank you for coming to share this moment with us. I mean, and thank you to our dear friends for joining us this few minutes we've been together, learning and drawing from her own experience so that our lives can be better. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am so grateful. I am happy, and I'm very proud of the woman you have become. And I, for one, was in my own way would support you as much as I can. In terms of, if you want me to talk, I can talk, and that's the only my support. But it's a good thing. I am very very honored to have you in our
Thank
show.
you so much.
So we will be coming your way the same time next week. In fact, next week is going to be very, very busy for us at Chat with Evelyn. We'll be having children's specials. It's going to run throughout the week, where we'll be bringing you information so that you will be able to join us on the show. We'll be having children panelists like we did last year. We'll be having festival of creativity, you know, celebrating the intelligence of our children. And this time around, we're celebrating the book. The reading culture is dwindling. It's almost dying, if not dead. In terms of, when I say reading culture, I know you will tell me people still read, but I'm talking about reading book, taking up a book to read, and then learning lessons from it. Africa, they say if you want to hide something from an African, or just put it in a book, but that has to change, and we're changing it from our children. So join us next week. Thank you for being here with us. From me, I remain your host, Evelyn Osagie. I say, till next time, join us on this same platform, Chat with Evelyn. And from my guests,
thank you so much for watching us today. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.